When it comes to current day NBA stars, one of the most frequent questions they're asked is who's the greatest player in NBA history. And the majority of these players who didn't even see Michael Jordan play, they still pick him overwhelmingly as the greatest player in NBA history. Now, one rising star who didn't pick Michael Jordan was the newest Laker fan favorite, Austin Reeves. And look, it's not really surprising. A guy who didn't see Michael Jordan play is currently playing with LeBron James, who would pick his teammate over Michael. Now, what was surprising was Reeves' awful reasoning and logic as to why LeBron James is actually greater, as what Reeves cited as LeBron James being the GOAT, his crowning achievement, was the 2020 championship. And he even went one step further, saying LeBron James single-handedly revived the Lakers. Now, that's odd for a couple of reasons. First off, that 2020 championship, it's one of the weaker championships in AMB history for a variety of reasons, and for LeBron personally out of his 4 rings, it's the least impressive and also the weakest. And to jog your guys' memory, the 2020 competition the Lakers had, it was really pathetic. As in the first round, they played the 35-win Blazers, second round, 44-win Rockets, West Finals, 46-win Nuggets, and the NBA Finals, the 44-win Heat. If you take all 4 of those teams, the collective win percentage is only 57.8%. Looking through NBA history, the last 43 years, that 2020 Lakers title on opponent's win percentage ranks 39th out of 43. For comparison, the top 5 toughest championships ever based off opponent's win percentage were 95 Rockets, 97 Bulls, 2016 Cavs, of course LeBron James, 02 Lakers, and 93 Bulls. For all 5 of those championship runs, the opponent's win percentage was well above 65% and nearly 10% higher than the 2020 Lakers. And one thing I do want to note very quickly, that 97 Bulls championship run, it's not really ever talked about or mentioned when it comes to Michael Jordan. But if you look in depth at it, the competition he faced was simply all-time great. As in the first round, for the 44-win Bullets, who had Chris Webber and Juwan Howard, 2 All-Stars, as well as Rod Strickland. The second round, the 56-win Hawks, who had Mookie Blaylock, Mutombo, Steve Smith, and Leitner, all 4 guys who were All-Stars at least once in the mid-90s. And the Eastern Conference Finals, the 61-win Heat, who had Tim Hardaway, Alonzo Mourning, and a young Jamal Mashburn. If you compare Jordan's East in 1997 to LeBron's West in 2020, it's not even close. And in terms of finals difficulty, Michael Jordan 97 played the 64-win Utah Jazz. LeBron in 2020 played the Heat. If you want an all-time great playoff run in terms of difficulty, that 2020 Lakers championship simply does not cut it. And a big theme of LeBron's career, it has been carrying teams and carrying poor rosters. But when it comes to the 2020 championship, look, don't get me wrong, LeBron James, he was great, but it was far from a carry job or dragging a team to a championship. As looking at Anthony Davis, everyone forgets AD for at least half that run was LA's best player. And in total, he averaged 27.7 points, leading the Lakers on 57% shooting from the field, while being a menace on defense and the best defender in the game. And debatably, the biggest shot of the postseason came from Anthony Davis in the West Finals versus Denver. And for that entire Denver series, Anthony Davis averaged 31 points while guarding Jokic and leading LA to the NBA Finals. And one thing nobody ever talks about or wants to acknowledge is LeBron in these playoffs in the fourth quarter's big-time clutch moments. He really wasn't that clutch and had no signature play or signature shot. As looking at the clutch time stats, the final 5 minutes within 5 points, LeBron in this 2020 run averaged 1.3 points on 18.8% shooting. For the Lakers, he wasn't their leading scorer in the clutch, and for the entire NBA, ranked 38, tied with PJ Tucker. And what some fans might say is LeBron, he was 35 years old, you can't blame him for not being good in the clutch. But if you want to be that Michael Jordan level of clutchness, that Michael Jordan level of just greatness, look at age 35 Michael Jordan in the NBA playoffs compared to LeBron James. When it came to clutch time scoring, Jordan averaged 5.4 points per game on 44% shooting. For his Bulls team, he was first by a mile, and for the entire NBA, was first overall. If Michael Jordan for clutchness is the bar, the standard, LeBron in 2020 didn't come close. And looking back at Anthony Davis, if you think AD was the better player in 2020, more power to you. I still say LeBron James marginally was better due to his passing and playmaking, but it was really close. And for someone like Austin Reeves, to base LeBron's GOAT case off that 2020 championship, that's a pretty weak argument. And for comparison's sake, look at Michael Jordan's best teammate, that being Scottie Pippen. As Pippen's best championship run and playoff run in general was 1991. Scottie in that run averaged 22.96 on 50% shooting, and that is the best version of Pippen Michael Jordan ever got. Now looking at 2020 Anthony Davis, he averaged 28.10-4 on vastly better shooting splits. My overall point being, AD in 2020 is criminally underrated. And for that Bulls team 91 Michael Jordan, he only had 2 teammates double figures, leading Chicago in points, assists, and blocks. Compared to the 2020 Lakers, LeBron had 3 teammates double figures and only led the team in assists as well as rebounds. And one thing Reeves said that really was kind of factually inaccurate is LeBron James, quote-unquote, revived the Lakers. But what many forget, in 2019 LeBron James, before Anthony Davis, was also a Laker. And that team was disastrous, only winning 37 games, a mere 2-game improvement from the previous year without LeBron James. So when it comes to the 2020 championship, I don't find it really historically great, all-time impressive, and not even to mention the other stuff surrounding it, there being no fans, no travel, no home court advantage, you're at a resort 24/7, there's a 6-month break for Anthony Davis, who's injury prone, and for LeBron, who's 35. I don't even care about that other stuff. What I actually care about is the competition and the teammate help LeBron James had in 2020. And taking just that into account, this championship by far is LeBron's weakest and one of the worst in NBA history. And one last thing I do want to touch on is finals competition. As when it comes to Michael Jordan, his finals opponents are downplayed and even discredited. Never mind the Lakers 91 winning 58 games, the Blazers 92 57, the Suns 60 plus, the Sonics 60 plus, and Utah 60 plus both seasons. Never mind that, those teams are downplayed and always crapped on. But when it comes to the 2020 NBA Finals, those same fans who talk about Jordan's competition being weak, they're awfully quiet about the Heat team LeBron played. As that Heat team LeBron James, his Lakers beat, it is drastically worse, definitively worse, than any team Jordan played in the finals. As when it comes down to it, it was Jimmy going solo versus AD, LeBron, and a host of role players. As on his roster, he had a rookie Tyler Hero, second-year Duncan Robinson, Bam Adebayo, who was injured and missed 2 games, and Dragic, who missed 4 games. And for some added context, both Bam and Dragic in the Eastern Conference Finals were the Heat's 2 leading scorers. But when it came to the NBA Finals, they were hurt, banged up, and not close to 50%. Nobody ever talks about that, it's never mentioned, and it's always swept under the rug. And look, when it comes to Austin Reeves, he can have his opinion, have his take about LeBron James being better than Jordan. My overall problem with it, though, is not having LeBron James higher than him, it's the overall logic and reasoning of why you do. And look, longevity is important, it does matter, but if you're talking peak for peak, era for era, championship for championship, Michael Jordan always comes out on top. As always, thank you guys for watching, hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.